Patu Keswani, Chairman and Managing Director of Lemon Tree. Mr. Keswani, good morning and thank you for joining us. With your recent acquisition of the Berggruen Hotels, you're the largest hotel chain in the mid-priced hotel sector. Tell us more about this acquisition.
What we acquired was 7 owned hotels, which are about 936 rooms, and another 800 managed/franchised hotel rooms. And if you put it together, it was earlier the 4th largest mid-market hotel chain in India. Now, Keys hotels are somewhat similar to Lemon Tree hotels, obviously with some differences, but quite similar. So our rationale in buying it was fourfold. One is we felt that Keys being a smaller brand, we could, with our larger sales team, probably improve its revenue performance significantly over the next 2 years. So the first rationale was purely economic, which was that we felt we would be able to improve the financial performance of this chain. Number 2 was supply aggregation. So currently we have now 7,800 rooms. India's mid-market branded sector has about 55,000 rooms. So we have roughly 15% of India's mid-market supply. So aggregation, as you know, has multiple advantages. One is spread of costs. Number 2 is wider geographic options for our customers. And of course, in the case of Keys, acquiring the brand itself, because that would give us the ability to reach multiple hotel owners who we would not otherwise be able to take management contracts from, because the match with our brand and those hotels was not perhaps as good as some of those hotels with Keys. Now, geographic spread, I think they out of these 1,700 odd rooms, they were in about, if I remember right, about 16, 17 cities. In 7 cities, they have hotels close to our own hotels, so we feel there will be further synergies there. And these micro markets we will also be able to control, because we will have very large supply in those markets.
Are you looking at opening 3 more properties under the Upscale Arunika Hotel Resorts by 2021? What is the capex involved here?
So the first Aurika we opened on, I think, 29th October. It's a completely new product service combination we are offering. In fact, the entire service delivery team is actually Chinese walled from the rest of our company. It's an upscale hotel. It has received very good reviews from people who have visited it. So we are very excited about the launch of this brand. We are also planning to convert an existing Lemon Tree Premier, which is in Corbett, which is a very nice upscale hotel. So we will convert that into an Aurika product in the next few months. Then we are building our own hotel, which is the largest, in fact, the largest hotel in India, 670 rooms in Bombay, near the airport, adjoining the ITC Maratha. We expect that will be ready by roughly November to December 2021, so about 2 years from now. It's a very large development, about 8 lakh square feet, and we are going to be spending between 800 to 850 crores on it. We have already deployed a little under 300 crores, but that is all our equity, so we will take debt later on this. The 4th Aurika is the one in Coorg, which is a managed contract that we have with the owner, and that hotel is under development, and hopefully that will also open in the next 12 to 16 months. It's a 90-room Aurika in Coorg.
Okay, the likes of Mahindra Holidays are now looking at the upscale hotel foray, and there are a number of boutique properties as well coming up. Does the competition worry you?
Not really. You see, I feel that we have certain advantages which obviously we intend to leverage, just as I would presume Mahindra Holidays would want to do, because they have a fixed customer base, which is the guys who buy memberships with them. We also have a very large loyalty program where we already have over 1 million members, which is growing at the rate of 30 to 40,000 or 1,000 a day, 30 to 40,000 a month. So clearly, some of us have some competitive advantages which we will try and leverage. So to answer your question in short, I'm not worried about competition. I think the entry of more players in this space will actually create the creation of this supply will create more demand. And from that perspective, I'm quite happy to hear this.
Okay, tell us about your plans for the overseas hotels in Singapore, Dubai, Bhutan, etc. What exactly is the timeline for this, and what geographies are you looking at?
We discovered that 80% of these Indians who travel overseas visit 8 cities always, which is New York, London, Dubai, Bangkok, Hong Kong, Singapore, Kathmandu, Sri Lanka, and also I think Thimphu. I'm not very sure about Thimphu, but the others certainly. So since we have, they are aware of our brand, many of them are repeat visitors in our hotels, we felt that we would leverage this, this access to customers, to loyal customers, and manage hotels in these 8 locations I spoke about. And we would be able to offer competitive advantages to owners in these cities. So we have signed 1 hotel in Dubai for about 120 rooms, which will open in the next 2 months. We have signed 1 or 2 hotels in Kathmandu, 2 hotels in Thimphu. All these should be operational in the next 18 months.
Right. So how exactly did you read into the big GST rate cut with the government planning to reduce e-visa charges to further improve India's tourism competitiveness? And how is exactly that you're looking at these steps from a sector standpoint?
Well, you see, Indian consumers, the big shift in Indian consumers and their consumption is, at least in the top 10-15% of the consuming market, is that their parents 30 years ago most of their decisions on purchase were linked to pure price. The big shift is that the younger Indian consumer, which is mostly our loyalty members, they are more focused on value for money. So, while they are not quite as price sensitive as their parents, they are still looking at obviously the minimum possible price they can get, but for a minimum level of quality. So we try and meet those needs by positioning ourselves as a value for money brand. Now the rate cut in GST will obviously, we will pass on 100% of it to our customers, and therefore we will become even more preferred, hopefully, as a value for money brand. So it's positive in every perspective, and I'm waiting for this to play out. We have obviously transmitted this cut straight to our customers, and let's see how it plays out now.
Thank you, Mr. Keswani, for taking us through all the latest at Lemon Tree.